Wow.
Yeah. We thought of another album called Death by Rock and Roll. And we were going to make that our first album, but we're saving that one.
You're saving that one. Okay. All right.
For later.
Right.
We're going to like do a lot of these like peaceful albums and then Death by Rock and Roll, fire. Death, fire, explosions, guitar.
Okay.
I think all your stuff is super inspirational, man. And I think that you should be proud of yourself for the way that you're living right now. I worry sometimes as a dad, like, God, I hope this whole world is not bringing you down too much. And It just doesn't seem like it is with you. Maybe there's times of worry.
Yeah, I've had my moments where I've thought of things that aren't very bright.
Right.
Yeah.
There's times where I've been down or my stuff is going down or I've been getting a lot of hate on my movies, people telling me they're horrible. Oh, look at these kids rolling around in grass with the Star Wars theme playing. Like, okay, can work on that. And then like, oh, these kids put on a Star Wars helmet and acted like they're in the Star Wars universe. That was all on my trailer. And I'm like, okay. And then look at these kids trying to be the Ghostbusters. This is cringy AF. Okay. Just, you kind of got to take it because you can't really do anything
You're
about
putting it out there, so you've got to kind of take it.
Yeah.
You know, the crap is going to come.
You chose to put it out. It's going to come eventually.
Yep.
Especially the more known you get, the more hate you're going to get, but it's part of it. You got to deal with it.
Yep. And it's part of it.
And you got to just keep doing it. I mean, some of the greatest filmmakers or greatest musicians or greatest football players or greatest historians of all time have gone through times where they probably have stuff that's cringy as fuck.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, having done music a little bit in my life, I've got some songs that are cringy as fuck. I mean, but the only way,
some performances that are cringy.
Yeah, I mean, the only way you can get better is to, you know, get out there and take some of it with a grain of salt. I mean, I think some criticism can be healthy, but you got to be real careful about the internet being so big that there'll be people that just shit on it for the sole purpose of shitting on it.
Oh, totally.
Like they probably haven't even watched it. And if they have, they don't really care about anything other than just trying to hurt your feelings. There are people that are actually that shitty
because they're unhappy themselves.
Yeah. So yes, it does come with it a little bit, but for you to not let it discourage you and to be excited about just starting your next one. And, you know, maybe some of it makes you a better filmmaker.
Yeah. When we posted Ghostbusters 4, we got so much hate that I turned the comments off on that video because we had never gotten that many comments before. So it was like, oh my God, we're getting a bunch of comments. Let's read through them. Red flag.
Yeah.
You never read your comments.
Right.
You're just going to disappoint yourself.
Right.
You know, I was just listening.
We went through our comments and we were like, oh, let's read some of these comments. Oh.
Yeah.
And so we discontinued the Ghostbusters series and made a bunch of other stuff. And then here we come back. We're doing Ghostbusters again, but we're putting more thought into it and we're making it better than it was before.
Right. I was just listening to a Joe Rogan episode and he was talking to someone else and they were dealing with a lot of hate and all this stuff. And Joe Rogan himself, as he's got millions of followers, and he just not to read comments. He doesn't read Twitter comments. He doesn't read anything. He just chooses not to because as many people that love him in the millions, there's millions that hate him and want to just be haters. And that's something you have to deal with when you put yourself in the public eye. Yeah. So I'm glad you're realizing this at a young age because it's only going to get worse. Bigger. I was gonna say worse, and I chose to say bigger because the bigger you get, the what?
Same thing.
The bigger it gets, the bigger your production company gets, your sports, anything that gets bigger, and more limelight you have, the more haters they're going to be, and it's just a fact, and it sucks.
It's a weird fact.
It sucks, weird fact, but it's out there, especially in this internet age. You know, even when we were kids, we had like the kid on the playground would pick on us, and that was about it. Yeah. Maybe there was one or two kids that didn't like us. That was about it. Now there's
we weren't connected with everybody.
No, of course not.
Yeah, and then now you tell a kid to leave him alone and he shoots you in the face.
Oh my God. Yeah, there's that. There is that.
There's some of that.
It's just true.
Right.
you tell a kid, hey, you should really leave me alone. Oh, yeah, I'll leave you alone right after I reach in my backpack.
Oh, my gosh. That's real talk, though.
It's messed up.
Right?
It's messed up.
It's messed up.
Watch this entire video by becoming one of our patrons.
Go to patreon.com/UnsungScreamers and sign up for just $5 a month.
You'll get other stuff too.
And if Patreon ain't your thing, listen to this episode on the Unsung Screamers podcast for free.
Wherever you get your podcasts.